Taylor Swift just told me to calm my ass down. She told me to ignore the horrors that are going on in the world, to not speak up about them, to stop being loud, and to silence myself. And she probably told you this too, because it was in her new single. Why does she want us to calm down? Because she wants us to shut up and take orders from the powers that be, which are led by her dark father, Lucifer himself. Well, Princess Satan, you will take my calmness and my downness and my love of God and country from my cold, dead hands when you kill me. Because I'm going to speak up. That's right, this is Morning Reflections. I am your host of Fat Mantis. You are in Space Week. Awesome things are going to happen. Let's do it. I have a trailer for you. That's right, a Star Wars trailer. Star Wars The Mandalorian, which is going to be Disney Plus's new streaming show off the bat, November 12th. It's a space western featuring a Mandalorian. For those of you not in the know, that's a Boba Fett style character. But before we get into that, first we've got to get into Satan Watch. That's right, I said Satan Watch. Which this new feature on this show is going to be called it's going to be called Satan Watch, which is essentially any story about Taylor Swift. If you need more information, backstory as to why I call it that, feel free to hit up the links at the end of this video. So we've got Tay Swift, and I'm going to say she is an evil genius. She is hard not to like. And she's just a marketing genius. And I'll give you an example. Her new album dropped, and a couple of days before that, the official video for Lover came out. And I turned it on, and literally within half of viewing it, I was already in love with the song, and I've already put it into. And even though I know that she's a Satanist and Lucifer's plant here in the pop world, I still can't. I'm still charmed by her. So this video, it's a tearjerker. It is a tearjerker. So it opens up where it's like, it's a house, and it pans over, and you just see the curls of a little girl, and she's looking into the snow globe, and you actually don't see the little girl, but it pans around her, and it goes into the snow globe, and there's a house, and it goes into the house, and there is Taylor Swift living inside the snow globe. She's living inside the snow globe with her fake black boyfriend. This isn't an attempt to make it look like she cares about or would ever go out with a black guy, and trying to take off the wind that she is, an Aryan, considered an Aryan queen, and a lot of like skinheads and neo-Nazis really revere her, and she's become like a white supremacist icon. So she's got her fake black boyfriend, and they've got this dope house. They've got like a swimming pool that's a big bowl or whatever, and you just see them in all these loving moments throughout the years, and it's fun, and it's good, it's a catchy song. But then at the end, it pans out of the snow globe, and up in there you actually see the little girl, and she's this beautiful mulatto little girl. It's okay that I said that I'm a mulatto, so I can use that word. And then it pans further back, and it's older Taylor Swift and the black guy, and they're the girl's parents. And like a tear just came. I was just like, oh my God, I moved. It's a good video. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Just remember who she is. She's a dark one. So we're going to quickly run down what's going on with her. So fairly recently, she tried to buy her catalog of music, the rights to her own music. She wants to make, almost 100% on all her own music. And what ends up happening is that she was outbidded by, I believe his name was Scooter Braun. Now, word on the street is that he's a chauvinist. He's this music executive jerk and bad guy. Just a horrible person. And it's just someone she does not want to work with. She publicly tweets, this is the worst outcome. If anyone could have gotten her music, this is the worst thing that could ever happen. It's horrible. He's bad. And as a marketing genius that she has now declared that she is going to cover her own songs. So she's going to re-release all her greatest hits. She's going to start with a double album, and she's going to cover them. Now, the thing is, doesn't she have to pay Scooter Braun? Well, apparently there is an actual legal fixed number as to how much you can pay, and what that number is it's 9.1 cents per copy sold. So, doing the math, if she were to do start with just 30 of her old songs, she's written a lot of songs, she's got a lot of albums out there, but let's say her 30 greatest songs on a double album. That would mean she would only have to pay him $2.73 per copy sold. Now, if albums nowadays are going for $14.99 or higher sometimes. If it's a double album, she could probably get $18.99, $21.99, something like that. She will still end up making a killing. If she puts a new twist on her songs, not just Swifties are going to want it, other people are, and it's a way that she can actually get more radio play for her old songs. Not to mention, I can just imagine the write-ups. People are going to be loving this. People, on the internet, I can just see that, music publications being like, Taylor Swift is clever enough to cover her own songs. This is absolutely a stroke of genius, as I would expect any true daughter of Satan to be. So we're going to keep covering that, but I have to say, she is super clever, and, that girl is a star, man. She is straight up a star. So I know you had to tolerate that, but now we're going to get straight into it. Here is our Mandalorian trailer.
Bloody helmets. Stormtrooper helmet. What about their stormtroopers' mothers? Oh my god, they're killing stormtroopers. Lucas. Oh, that is a sexy ship right there. Yeah, that's a model. It looks really good. Oh, another wasteland. Very Star Wars. Very, very Star Wars. What's going on? Colorful, weird monies. Okay, I don't think we've ever seen money in Star Wars before. Apollo Creed. That was Apollo Creed. Yeah, America. And weapons and gadgets like a Mandalorian. Okay, she's looking good. Dewbacks. A sexy Twilight. I'm going to go on record as saying I will hook up with her. I would. Death Troopers. Good stuff. We love her edition. Gus Fring is right up in there. We got robot-looking Mandalorian. This is checking the boxes, man. Checking those boxes. Yeah, I'm feeling, this looks like, what we liked about Rogue One, man. A Western fighting combat. Oh, it's just bloodshed, loose-ass behavior, wild outlands. It's like Borderlands, the show. Or Borderlands is really the cartoon of the Mandalorian adventures. Oh, man, this is looking very good.
Don't you agree?
And it's embracing everything that I need. And he didn't take off his helmet. He's doing the Judge Dredd thing. Yeah, I'm into this very much.
Boom, did you like that? I mean, that was amazing. I feel like it encapsulates everything that we liked about Star Wars. Like, everyone has been trying to emulate this. The closest one is J.J. Abrams' Force Awakens. Now, people might complain about that film, but ultimately it did capture the feeling of Star Wars, because there was a lot of weird aliens and practical effects, less CGI, more, and you kind of felt like you were submerged into the world. Well, that does this, but you would at least get to revisit things like there's Twi'leks in there, and they're writing the Dewbacks and stuff like that. And there's a Mandalorian, and the best part is like Boba Fett sucks, but whatever this new guy's name in the Mandalorian, he gets to be the cool version of Boba Fett that we all wished we could have seen. Instead of just writing the coattails of Boba Fett, we get to see this new character, and he's doing his thing, and it looks I'm super impressed. Closing out, we got to finish off D3. It is Disney Plus's, or Disney Expo's, their weekend. They're controlling this, so therefore, I have to cover this. But they have, on the Marvel front, they have greenlit 3 new shows, and the 3 new shows is Moon Knight. Mark Spector, Jewish cabbie, former military guy, occasionally gun for hire, which, back in the 80s when he was created, that was kind of common. Everyone wanted to be like tough guys. Nowadays tough guys do MMA. Back in the day, they were guns for hire, and they advertised in like gun magazines where they're like, they wanted to be A-team guys. So he's one of those guys, and he goes on a mission in Egypt, and he finds himself in a temple, and he gets knocked out, and then the moon god, the Egyptian moon god, possesses him, and he gains powers depending on the phase of the moon. This is a great comic book. Some people call him, like Marvel's Batman, but it's actually really good. This is going to be awesome. I know they lost access to using Daredevil for various reasons. Not that they can't use them for various legal reasons, but this replaces the street level, brutal guy who swoops down through the night. And this is going to be a good show. I cannot wait. My suspicion is that Kit Harington, that's right, I'm putting my money on Kit Harington, will star as Moon Knight. He will be Mark Spector. Meanwhile, on the movie front, my guess is that Keanu Reeves will be helming Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and he will be playing Adam Warlock. And it will evolve in a love triangle between Gamora, Adam Warlock, and Star-Lord. The other shows, Jennifer Walters, who I love, She-Hulk finally gets it, and I would actually say she's one of the greatest female superheroes ever. I would put her on par with like Wonder Woman. Being back in the day in the 90s when I was actually collecting comics and all this stuff, I used to collect her series from John Burns, and that's, she was breaking the third wall and talking to the audience long before Deadpool was. But, she is, and I honestly have a feeling that Ally McBeal, the whole plot of Ally McBeal is ripped off of that comic book. Because it's about her being a superhero, but it's also about her being a powerful lawyer by day and trying to balance things like maybe she's getting baby crazy and she wants to have a baby, but she wants to be single and not be tied down by a man, but she wants to have a career, but she wants to have a family, she wants to have it all, and it's all these things, and it's actually really good, and it's one of those comic books that go beyond just vigilante violence. It's almost like there's the two sides. Moon Knight's the vigilante violence, She-Hulk is a slice of life stuff, and it's really good. And the third one is a show I'm probably not going to be watching, and that is Miss Marvel. Primarily because when I read their run of Miss Marvel with Kamala Khan is her character's name, she is essentially, they took all the stories, the framework of Spider-Man, original Spider-Man, of being like a high school nerd, doesn't fit in, but gained powers and hiding from his family. They took all of that and they just applied female Muslim girl on it. It's very unoriginal in that concept. Basically, the only thing original about it is that she is a female Muslim. But they always try to claim that it's a successful comic. It's been rebooted so many times. They're up to volume like 12 or something like that because they can't stick. They can't stick sales with it, but they keep trying to push us on it, and it goes back to corporate diversity, right? They need a diverse thing. So they're going to sell you a product whether you want it or not. But yeah, I'm probably not going to touch that one, especially its connection to that bad Captain Marvel movie. So that is what I've got for you today. That was the weekend edition of Morning Reflections. I hope you have a beautiful day. Go out, love each other, live the dream, enjoy what's left of this summer. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And like I said, if you want to get down with the Taylor Swift Satanic conspiracy, click on the 2 links right over here. Ciao.